Hey guys, me and the team at Optimized Reach made this video to show you everything you need to know about the Google Ad Dashboard and how to use it to properly start your campaign with optimal settings. This is part of our video series on how to create a cost-effective and high-performing Google Ad search campaign. All these videos can be found on our channel, and links to each video can be found in the descriptions below. Now let's get started. Right now you're looking at the dashboard for the campaigns we created in this series. If your dashboard does not look like mine, you should go and click on the switch view icon. See, when I switch it, if this is what yours looks like, then you need to switch it to the other setting because you're really limited on your options on what you can do in your settings through this dashboard. So let's switch view back. This is how your dashboard should look. So you can see here up in our left hand corner we have our campaigns, the campaigns that we've created. And in each campaign we have our ad groups. So this campaign is website traffic, this ad group is carpet cleaning. In each campaign you can have multiple ad groups, but right now we just have one, carpet cleaning. Here's an overview of this campaign. So each ad group has its own settings. Each campaign has its own settings. So here we have website traffic, and at the top of our overview, if we go over to more details and edit in settings, you'll now find all of the settings for this campaign. And any ad group that's run in this campaign will go with these settings. And these are the settings we set up in an earlier video. Let's first of all make sure that your campaign status is paused. That's very important as we're going through this and you've just created a new campaign. Make sure nothing is live on any of your campaigns. You want to make sure you are set to pause for everything while you're doing your final touches before you go live. So we've got our settings, we're paused, we're good. Let's look at your networks. Again, you do not want to have this clicked. Do not include the Google search partners. Everything is good. These are our same settings we set before. This is where we can alter our locations. We can add targets. We can exclude targets. The language is English. We can change our budget for the campaign. This is a monthly budget number. So when I enter in 15, that's my daily budget, but it's factored on a monthly basis. There will be days I don't spend 15. So as it says, for the month, you won't pay more than your daily budget times the average number of days in a month. So if there were 30 days in a month and our average budget was $15 a day, this campaign would not exceed $450 in a month. So next up in the campaign settings is bidding. In our videos, we suggest you set your campaign as a manual cost per click bidding strategy. We want to have the settings in place to limit how much you pay for every click. Because if you give Google the control of deciding how much to bid per click, your cost can get out of hand really quickly. Google does not recommend that you use manual cost per click. They want to control how much you're bidding per click. But that's not really the best way to keep your cost under control. And I can show you how to control your costs with manual CPC in just a minute when we review your ad groups and your keyword bids. But for now, let's just go with manual cost per click. And you see in this box here, it says help increase conversions with enhanced CPC. And what that really means is if I click that, now Google can exceed whatever maximum amount I've put in place. If Google feels they should go over my maximum amount to get that click, they're going to do it. So I'm not going to click this box because I don't want Google to have the ability to exceed whatever I have set as the maximum amount per click. If you were looking for some other bidding strategies, you can see when I click this it says change bid strategy. And there's a drop-down box with all of these different bid strategies. We talked about also in another video trying maximize clicks is an option. And you can set a maximum cost per bid limit here. but I think it's best to go with manual CPC. And you can even see here, again, the recommendation is it may lower your performance, but I don't feel that you're losing anything by taking the control of your cost. So let's just save it with the manual cost per click. And in a little bit, like I said, when we go over the ad groups and each keyword, I'll show you some of the strategies to help keep your cost in line as well there. So we save it. And the start and end dates, I don't have an end date established. One of the reasons for selecting an end date would just be to help you to make sure you don't have your budget go crazy and you end up running a campaign for much longer than you anticipated. So if you're concerned about how often you might be able to get to the dashboard to really watch over your campaign and pay attention to it, you might want to select an end date so that no matter what, the campaign will end at a certain date in the future. So those are the basic settings, and we did a lot of these settings before. That's just a quick review of them. Some of the other things that we can see here, this is again for your campaign. A lot of the other settings we're going to review would be in the ad group. So here's our carpet cleaning. We've got all the same settings. If we look at our ads and extensions, these are the ads that we created in an earlier video. We have a responsive search ad and we have a text ad, and this is where we can create more ads, or we can turn any of these ads off if we're not happy with them. Here are our extensions for the ad group: site link, call out, structured snippet. Definitely fill these in. These really will help your campaign. We talked about this in our video number 3 when we talked about campaign settings and how to set it up. These are really beneficial. I definitely would advise you to fill out all of these extensions for the ads that you're going to run. And here are the search keywords. These are the keywords we've placed in our ad group. You can see right here, these words can be paused, meaning turned off while the campaign's live, or turned on. So if you want to do some testing, or you see one of the words is costing you too much money, you can just pause it so it's not running when the other words are running. You can see here are the match types, the listing of the match types. If you wanted to go in, you can change it from broad match, phrase match, exact match. Over here, this button is where we can add keywords to our ad group. If you've already done some research with the Google Keyword Planner, you could enter some of the keywords here. We can also get some keyword ideas with this tool. Here we could enter in the website. We could enter a page on a website. Or it says you can enter your product or service. I can enter in carpet cleaning company, and it acts a little bit like the Google Keyword Planner. You can see some of these words came up. They're all sorted by relevant, and I can add the campaign. I can add these words to the campaign this way. Just remember, when you add keywords from this list, you would be adding them as a broad match, which we never suggest doing. So even if you saved this word and now here it is in your campaign, you noticed you had made a mistake and you had entered as a broad match, you can always go in and change it to be phrase match or exact match from here. Or if you made a mistake, you don't want it in the campaign, you can click and we can edit and we can remove. So you can add keywords, you can remove keywords from this campaign from the dashboard, and also you can change your max cost per click. We have a setting for the ad group, which is in the campaign, as a max CPC of $4. I can change this here to $4.50, and when I do, this is going to set all of the keywords in the entire ad group to a max CPC of $4.50, unless I go in and manually change them. So this particular word, maybe I want to have this be $3.50. And this word here, I want to have is $5.50. So even though I have for the group a max CPC of $4.50, I can have individual words have different numbers, different values. Now it's hard to tell from this dashboard, the campaign is not live, where we should be setting this number. But once you've gone live from this dashboard, you'll start seeing these numbers populate. You'll start getting estimates of what will cost to be on the first page or to be in the first position of the first page. So once you go live, you really need to use this dashboard to do a little keyword research for price, to see what people are paying. And there are other auction insights that you can also learn from this dashboard once you go live. And we're going to cover more of this in our next video, which is all about optimizing your campaigns after you go live. This information is not here right now. The Google Keyword Planner to give you some information about where these numbers should be as far as how much you have to bid to get a click. You can also see this category is quality score, which is very important to you, and they do it by keyword. So carpet cleaning is going to have a quality score. Best carpet cleaner is going to have a quality score. Again, we cover this in our next video. So this is important information that you get in this dashboard, in this area after your campaign has gone live. But for now, we can see before we go live which keywords we have active, the match type, and the amount we're going to bid per click. Here is our list of negative keywords for our ad group. You should definitely take advantage and add negative keywords for your campaigns. Negative keywords are very powerful. It's a way to take more control over your ad. If I'm running an ad and my search keyword is carpet cleaning, then this also means that when the person is doing the search, there can be words before and after, and my ad will trigger. But what if the person said free carpet cleaning? Now, I don't want my ad to show if somebody's doing a query for free carpet cleaning. I can add as a negative keyword free to my ad group of carpet cleaning. And now, if in the search query somebody's doing, if at any time they type in free, my ad will not trigger. And you definitely want to take advantage of this so that you control when your ad is shown and you're not wasting money by running your ads, having your ad display to people that aren't your ideal customer. So also in our campaign, you can see there are other options besides just the keywords. We can go down here, and this is where we select locations if we want to add locations. Or to exclude, right here would be our list of excluded locations. If you were really localized and you had specific zip codes you wanted to never run an ad in, if it was a larger campaign, let's say it was nationwide, but you had a few states that you didn't want to run your ad in, for your excluded list, you could have the listings of those states. Now, for our ad schedule, this is important as well. You might want your ad to run 24 hours a day. But in many cases, you will have specific hours of each day that you want your ad to run, that you feel it's more optimal. You can have it run even one day a week. You can have it run every day. So you do have a lot of flexibility here to edit your schedule. So this is all done at the campaign level. And then any ad group that's in your campaign will be running on this schedule. Now, in a campaign, I can add additional ad groups. I would select the campaign, I would click on ad groups, and then I could add an ad group to be in the campaign. Or I can create additional campaigns. I can click up here on all campaigns. I can go to my campaigns. You see website traffic, carpet cleaning 2. I can add a new campaign. So I can add campaigns. I can create ad groups. A lot of times you will have multiple campaigns because you're running different ads. You want to do some testing. You want to try some different locations, some different ad schedules, maybe some different bidding strategies. By creating ad groups, by creating campaigns, by keeping things separate, it can allow you to test a lot of different strategies and see what works the best for you. And those are really the most important parts of the Google dashboard. And remember, this video is just part of a video series we created to show you how to create a Google ad from scratch. You can check out all the links to the videos in this series in the descriptions below. So that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe and drop any questions you have below in the comments, and we'll get back to them as soon as we can. And see you next time.